All right. So we're on.
We'll come up with a goddamn name, and we'll come up with a...
It's not.
I think
It's not the Four Horsemen. Because
Welcome to the Four Horsemen.
Not the name because
all right,
we're
there.
all married men.
Yeah,
There's
we
only
are.
3 of us. There's a lot of problems with that name, and I feel like that's too generic of a name.
Yeah, that's why I like the
Also-
Killer Threes.
The Killer 3 is a little inside. I don't know why that's a little inside compared to other names of the possibilities. I'm okay with I don't know, a more off the wall kind of a name. More, but like I said,
You want to
like I
go
said,
with Off the Wall? That's the name. Off the Wall.
I think no, that's more of a.
Hi, I'm Grant. By the way, I'm Grant.
Oh, are we doing? Oh, we'll go.
Are we doing real names?
Hold on,
Like,
go.
Hi,
wait.
my name's not Grant.
Yeah.
You're the guy in the center. I feel like you should actually start us
Yeah, you.
All right,
yeah.
so
in
let's-
some way. So,
So this is not Grant, and
Not
that's
Grant.
and that's not Julian,
hi.
and I'm sure as shit not Greg.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Now that you got that out the way, we're gonna sit here and talk about the shit we always talk about, and that's some wrestling.
And I'm gonna get this out of the way too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that this is gonna turn into. I'm just gonna make Julian try to convince me on why I need to start watching wrestling again.
Oh, we the Threebirds.
I
The
want
Threebirds?
that- I want
We're
that
the Threebirds.
for
Yeah.
6
The
episodes.
The fabulous Threebirds.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's look it up.
Look it up.
The fabulous Threebirds. That actually,
That's not bad.
shit.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fuck. That came out of nowhere, like
All right.
just off the text.
We're gonna.
Nope.
It's gonna be cool. So
That
instead
is
of
what we are right now.
We are the fabulous
As
Threebirds.
of right now,
fabulous
we're the
Threebirds.
fabulous Threebirds.
Heck yeah! So Confederate flag shirt
No,
on its way, guys.
no.
You ready? All right.
All right.
Do you want to do an actual introduction?
Yeah. Welcome to the fabulous Threebirds.
I'm not Grant.
And I'm not Greg.
And I am not Julian.
Are you sure?
No.
Welcome back. We are the fabulous Threebirds. I'm not Greg.
I am not Grant.
I'm not Julian.
So this week we're going to talk about AEW Double Nothing. By the time you hear this, it would have been yesterday. Normally we release on Sunday, but King Julian decided that he wanted to completely watch the whole show, and we're gonna do a recap today. So if you were looking for us yesterday, I'm sorry.
I know this is not usual, but I'm going to stick up for Julian here because I was kind of staring at the phone, like going like, are you kidding me? But then I realized, like, if we put one out right after the pay-per-view, that's more clicks, baby.
Yeah. No, I was trying to go for the relevance, the timeliness. I was not in any shape to do a instant reaction last night. It was a long day of we had our street festival here in my neighborhood in Chicago. I was grilling. I was living my best life. And
So you might you were partying a little bit.
There was a little partying going on, a little frivolity happening.
Yeah.
We had some niños, running around, and it was all good. But I was worse for wear at around the time that this was all wrapping up. I wound up watching it in kind of like an hour delay. There was also a Mexican League finals yesterday, so that took precedent in the house.
What are the Mexican League finals? Is that football?
That would be football, yes.
Football, okay.
So Atlas won last night, which was if you want to experience the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, just watch my wife watch Mexican soccer. It's you go through all the emotions.
Now we talked last week about her watching it with you. Do you enjoy football?
I do.
Okay, so you don't have the same reaction when she's like, "Let's watch some football," and you're like, "I don't really want to do that."
Right. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't really do that, and I subject her to some wrestling, as I did last night.
You made her watch this?
I made her watch some of it, the key matches anyhow, and then I kind of went back today. And I was watching a little bit out of the corner of the eye, like pre-show kind of, you know what I mean, like letting it roll off to the side of my laptop there in the living room. And so that's when I saw the very first thing. If we want to go, I don't know if we want to go.
Let's go into it. Greg, do you have anything to say, like anything else before we get into it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to catch up on any WWE stuff, but I don't know if there was much coming out right now.
Well,
Yeah, who's fired this
there,
week?
there was a SmackDown episode that happened, and we could probably just leave SmackDown right there. There was, I mean,
Okay.
no, I mean, I'm joking, but here's the deal with that episode of SmackDown right now, coming out of the pay-per-view that they had a couple of weeks back. There's really nothing for them to do, and really nowhere for any of the storylines to go. And you could tell that the writing is going to be very, very bad for at least another couple of weeks, because they're going to try to start new storylines to get people invested in other characters. But the main characters, I mean, Roman's going to be Roman. Everybody's just waiting on The Rock. Like at this point, everybody's
Which we
just
saw-
waiting on The Rock.
As far as I know, we saw some time on that.
Yeah, we have time, but I mean, you
Yeah.
could build this for a year. I mean, they released a schedule for The Rock saying that he has no actual movie commitments going into next year. So that was on purpose. So
Yeah, that's not a thing that usually happens. No one cares about like Tom Cruise's fucking schedule.
exactly. So they're trying to tell you, okay, this shit's barring something serious, this shit's gonna happen. Just give us time. And they're biding their time with just random stuff. And I don't know if I'm for it. Okay, so
Which Money in the Bank's next week, right?
Is it?
No. Oh, is it?
I thought it was next weekend.
No,
No,
is it? I thought that
I
was
don't think
coming
so.
up.
Yeah, I don't think it is. We have to
Oh,
take
okay.
a look at. We have to actually take a look at that.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
supposed to be in
In Vegas, baby.
Now it's in Paradise, Nevada. They changed venues actually.
Hmm.
It's at the MGM.
That is in July, so that's July.
Oh, okay.
I think the Hell in a Cell
Cell?
is next in
Oh,
Chicago.
okay.
Yeah,
That's my fault. I got that mixed up.
Like-
Okay.
I'm torn on if I want to go or not because it's the Hell in a Cell, and it seems like a terrible experience for even the people in the arena. But it's a pay-per-view, which is if you're going to go to a show, go to a house show or go to a pay-per-view. That's all I can say.
Well, if you're going to a Hell in a Cell, you just have to buy the ticket that's damn near close to that damn cage. That's
Yeah.
that's. I don't think it's worth
Well,
it if you're
do
in the, you're in the high ups. I can't call them cheap seats in the high ups.
Yeah, they're not cheap
Well,
anymore.
in Allstate Arena, there's not a bad seat in the house, so that's kind of a thing too. I don't know. I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
always good.
The big red ring seems awful to look at sitting in the arena, but could be wrong. I don't know. At least on TV, it does look like a bad experience.
So
For sure.
since we're doing this show a day late, it is Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day to everybody. If you
Yes.
celebrate it or
Mhm.
not.
Yes.
If you do a moment of remembrance or not,
Right.
whatever you do, we support it. Now,
My hand is over my heart the entire time we do this podcast. actually.
okay, that's a little excessive, but all right. Let's get into Lacey Evans. No, I'm just joking.
Whoa.
I'll get another. Oh, ew. Okay.
Oh.
Hey,
I
double or
mean,
nothing.
okay, I just want to know why she's like a G.I. Joe stripper. Like that, the look. I'm not
Sure.
understanding the look. I'm not understanding the look. Like at least the other look worked. Okay, she was a Southern Belle. I got it. All right, yay. But then she's just like, we all have to be patriots and we all have to respect women and we all have to, and I'm strong like a man. And then she's in this like thong shit, like fake Lita. So like, I'm just like, okay, why is her pants halfway? Anyway, that's just me personally. Sorry, sidetracked.
I'll have to take your word for it because I haven't seen a single second of this crap.
No,
So I'll have to
it's
see.
it's interesting to see because it's like week after week they parade her out there and it's just literally ladies and gentlemen, welcome Lacey Evans. And then everybody has to stand. Everybody has to salute. Everybody has to put their hand on their heart. And she comes out there and she says that we can win and we're Americans. And praise be to all servicemen. Now clap for the serviceman. Now clap for yourself for clapping for the serviceman. And if you're in the military, clap again because you're in the military and you're strong. And then the segment is over. There is nobody else to come out and interview her. There's nothing going on other than Lacey Evans going, hey, everybody, hoorah. And so week after week after week of that, you go, okay, where are they going? Where are they going?
She was in canon, in WWE canon, the regular universe, not the expanded universe, canon. She was impregnated by Ric Flair, right?
Yes.
That's canon.
That's the one problem I always have with it, man.
So where'd that baby go?
I don't know, but that's canon. So that's as canon as Elizabeth and Macho Man getting married on TV, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. But see, the thing is, they actually were married.
Yeah.
That's
right
the
on.
difference. Yeah, I'm saying.
I mean, because once again, we can talk about Bobby Lashley and.
I'm just saying canon. You know, canon. All right, I'm ready to do Double or Nothing.
And that's been your WWE moment. Okay.
Yep.
So
the kickoff show, it starts with the kickoff show, whatever they call it, the buy-in, which is a
buy-in.
That's new sound effect, right?
Okay.
Right, and it starts off with Danhausen and Hook, or as they call them, Hookhausen. They're going against these other guys. What are their names? Sterling and Tony Nese.
Oh, Nese is over there now?
Yeah, and he looks like there's a class of wrestler that just, they all look like, it's kind of like Pokemon. Like Tony Nese is like Pac in the second stage, right? And then like I think there's like an in-between stage where they're Damian Sandow or whatever he calls himself. But there's four.
That's what I see. Yeah, I see the Damian Sandow. I'm like,
dude, there's like 4 Tony Neses, but Tony Nese is the best ripped one. Maybe he's the final form. I'm not really sure, but I think there's another one. I don't know. There's like 15 of that guy. There's only one Hook, baby. And so
Julian loves himself some Hook. I forgot about that.
I love me some Hook. And I'm okay with Danhausen, especially after this. This match was actually really well done, and it was just fun. And it just reminded me kind of a fundamental kind of, it was the very first match. It's in the buy-in. You know, there's no huge stakes, and it's a big crowd. Everyone's popping for Danhausen and Hook. And then it was just kind of, it was comedy a little bit, but it looks like there's only one comedy part of the show on purpose anyway, and it's this stuff. And that's fine. You can have one. And it gives Hook something to do. And Danhausen is fairly over with his, he's over in general with the indie folk. And I do think he has potential to be over with mainstream folk, maybe. I don't know. He's catching on a little bit. This match was just classic. The hot tag. This is one of the better hot tags I've seen in a while. And there was a hot tag to Hook. This was weird. This was like a little guy with a big guy match, right? But like an Enzo and Cass when they would do it right every 15 times or whatever. And it was like
shots fired.
You were waiting for the big guy, right, to get the hot tag, but it was like a smaller guy, literally, and it was Hook. But when he got in there, he looked great and beat them all up, and it was just a fundamental, easy match. He beats the hell out of the legal guy, and then tags in Danhausen. So it was almost like 2 hot tags, just to give Danhausen the easy pin, and that was it. Not much to it, but it was fun. And Tony Nese is, I don't know, there's like 15 of him, but he's the one we had in this match.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
Okay.
No, I'm just, here's the thing. I like Danhausen, and I even like I even like Hook. Like, I get it. I get what they're there for. I'm here for it. What I don't understand or what I don't get is how are they going to use those guys moving forward? Because I don't necessarily think this was the match for them. But I understand it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was kind of. It's got a little bit of keeping them both busy. Maybe Danhausen is still kind of hurt because I know he was hired injured.
Right.
And,
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's giving him, I don't know. I think he had a bad ankle break or something like that, right? I think it was like a full ankle break.
Well, I know that he was out for a while and he was asking for like support, and everybody kind of got behind him. Like that kind of built his character a little bit too, I thought.
Well, yeah, I just think like they could have, the way they've been using him, it's been great. Like he could be a part of so many other storylines and so many other characters that it didn't necessarily have to turn into this particular match. I guess my confusion is why this match. Like I know they rushed the build for this match, but I'm just saying like who was in the back going, we got to get him in there with Tony Nese. Like
yeah, I don't
like
know.
who was that person? So. And I'm not knocking Tony Nese. I'm just saying, like, I didn't understand why this match. After all the people that he's worked with over the past almost 6 months now.
Yeah, he's been around for a little bit.
Yeah. It's at least been like 3 or 4.
Right. Well, maybe he's in a lot more matches, and I just keep thinking he's someone else or something. I'm not sure.
Well, I know he had the thing, he just shows up. And it's just like, okay, I get it. And then, so I can see how they can utilize him if he's injured. They can utilize him while he's injured. No harm, no foul. You don't have to really worry about it. I was just like, if you're going to, put on a pay-per-view and get him in a match, you would think it would not be those two. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but something to do. And it was just quick and simple. Thoughts on Danhausen, Grant? You have thoughts?
Yeah. I have not seen much of his actual wrestling. I've seen more of his character work, and it's goofy enough that I love it. And of course, I'm going to like it because he's Romanian and all the other shit, semi-horror but comedy. So I'm for it. I just have not seen him actually wrestle yet.
I don't think it matters that much.
I think it's one of those things kind of like that too, where like I'm for him and I haven't even seen him do any of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he's in that Santino Morella spot, and he's actually in better shape than, Adam Cole.
Bebe.
Okay. I'm serious. Is something wrong with Adam Cole?
Yeah.
Like, no,
we
seriously,
can't,
like,
we can't go down another Adam Cole wormhole.
No, I'm just wondering, is he okay? Is his health okay? Like he looks like a shell of himself. Like and he was never that large of a person. I get it. But he did have some muscle tone at the height of the Undisputed Era. And now it's just like, man, wow.
Is Britt okay with that? You know what I mean? Is Britt okay?
They are the same size.
Are you sure, Britt?
Like, sure? Literally, I think Britt has more muscle definition.
Right. Why can't she pressure him? I don't know. It's his life, man. Anyway, so the next thing is Wardlow and MJF.
That was a good transition.
It's his life. Anyway, MJF and Wardlow. Yeah.
If he wants to look like a little whatever. All right. So Wardlow, looking at this the recap, it is on CNET, all right, the culture page, ironically enough.
Is this the one where Wardlow comes out in handcuffs? Like, everything about this is just amazing. Like, Wardlow, he's just freaking amazing.
So this is the payoff. This was he finally gets his hands on MJF, and then he gets to break the contract with MJF. I think that's a condition if he wins.
Wasn't there something weird going on into this though? Like, did MJF say he wasn't going to show up?
Oh, he didn't. He didn't show up, and he no showed like a fan meet and greet on like
Oh.
Saturday. Like
Okay.
when MJF is in full MJF, he's MJF. Like this is this is old school kayfabe. Like he's the guy. He's that guy.
Okay.
He literally didn't show up.
I heard something about it where he didn't show up. He said he wasn't going to come to the match, like it wasn't worth his time. He no showed a meet and greet that people paid for, and reading all of that, I was loving it.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well-
Now finally he gets to this match, and they did the
They
psychology
chanted-
right because
they chanted he showed up. They chanted he showed up.
yeah, and they did
Okay.
the psychology of the match right. They did the chasing around the ring. Like
Oh, yeah.
they told the story. You know, it wasn't like, oh, he showed up, there was a match, spot, it's over. Like they actually had him running around the ring, trying to escape, trying to get away from him. Like that's
old school flared robe, by the way.
yeah.
Old school flare robe.
Yeah,
Yep.
tell the story. Like that's what I love about MJF. He can literally tell the story. And Wardlow, as long as Wardlow is in the area that he's in, whatever this pocket is, whoever his goddamn producer is or whatever, as long as he's in this pocket, he can't do nothing but get better. Like he is money. He is literally printing money.
Mhm.
I
like this whole thing where they're blurring lines too of is he and like we talked about this last time. Julian kind of shut me down, but like
Wow.
is he actually upset? No, I mean you're right,
Oh, right.
but like is he actually upset about his contract? Is all the shit he's saying true? Like name dropping WWE and all that.
If it's true, this is absolutely amazing. If it's not true, this is absolutely amazing. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like both sides work.
Both sides of the fence works. Like I don't see how he doesn't benefit from either way at this point. And I don't see how Tony Khan doesn't see like the future in this situation.
It's
You
also
know?
it's kind of a throwback to so Sabu and Van Dam after ECW showed up on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Rob Van Dam started calling himself Mr. Monday Night, because he was basically he was talking about going to WWE for like 3 years, and then
Right.
that was like his only way he could get heel heat with that crowd, because he did all that cool shit and everybody loved him. The only way they could get heel heat is if they were threatening to bleed. So it's a not even that old school way, but it's kind of a contemporary thing to work smart marks in that way, where you're saying, oh, I'm going to sell out, and you just have that hanging over everybody's head. I mean, that's what this reminds me of, is the Mr. Monday Night like angle that they were doing. And I mean, they would throw it out there in promos just like this.
Right.
I mean, he's got me interested. And then especially now that Cody's kind of taken the first step, I mean, I'm more interested to see if MJF does show up on Raw.
I mean, but see, like with MJF, he does everything a good heel is supposed to do. I mean, he's using outside weapons. You know, like I think even in this match, he used his diamond ring, and
Well,
did the whole
tried.
thing. He tried to use it.
Right. It was great. So what happened was he did some heel shit, and then he's reaching into his trunks. He's sitting down, and the referee just sneaks up on him, and he's just staring at him. And then Wardlow is like standing over him and just looking. I'm looking at the freeze frame, the picture of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're seeing everybody. And when you look at this freeze frame, this is just great. It's just Wardlow looking down at MJF looking like a sad sack. You got your Elvis. The background's great. Everyone's smiling. Pop into this moment. There's an Elvis in the background. This was great. I mean,
There's an Elvis, what, a dude dressed up like Elvis?
yeah, there were like two Elvises. I mean, this is just a great picture, and it tells 1,000 words. I can look at that and I could be like, oh, well, this is the story of Wardlow and MJF, and they make these freeze frames, man, that other guys in this company don't do, and that's very WWE friendly. They love that milking thing and stuff you can make packages out of, and that's what you got here. You got pretty much a WWE kind of territory style story, a lot of influences from all that stuff in this story, and they say it's because of MJF. He's like a historian, and he just like remembers old spots and old things and old angles, and uh, yeah, I don't know. This was good, and he did 10 power bombs. So if MJF was really getting punished, he kind of had to take 10 power bombs. So read
Which
into that what you will.
which I'm again, this whole story is money. I have a problem with the 10 power bombs only in the fact that, a power bomb used to be a literal finisher, and now,
Oh yeah, finisher.
yeah, now power bombs are just given out, and German suplexes are just given out, like it's just everyday type stuff. Now I know why he's got 10 power bombs in this. This fits the story. I get that, but technically he should be dead.
10 lashes, 10 lashes, 10 power ups, and the crowd was starting to do the old gimmick, the 10, 10, 10, 10 thing. Um, it was great.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
great.
Good old Sean Spears. What is
Yeah,
going
Sean
on with
Spears
Sean?
is this former gimmick. No, it
Wasn't
was
he
great.
like who is he with now? I thought he was with that whole group.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
So it was all meta. It was all very meta. So yeah, he was just banned from ringside. And yeah, go back and look at MJF's robe. It's like that dusty powder blue, old school robe that Ric Flair used to have, like first few title reigns, kind of looking stuff. Not too sparkly.
Gotcha. So,
You know, it's like
so
it's
Wardlow defeats MJF by pinfall, correct?
yeah. He basically this was just a really good storytelling squash match, and this pretty much I mean, yeah, you go back and watch it, and it's got just every little. It's very simple, and then it just turns into 10 power bombs, power bomb symphony. Symphony. The crowd is just all over this shit. This is the hottest way to possibly start the show, and I think it's a fine way to do this match. This was one way to do it, and you might as well just do it like this. And I don't think it hurts. I don't think it hurts MJF at all. Um, I think they both elevated each other, and now they can both
So
do
what
whatever they want. I think story wise, maybe.
so what happens now though?
Well,
Do
I
we
don't
do
think
we like does the story keep happening? Like did they leave it kind of where they could keep it happening?
I guess we'll find out. I think you can. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's almost like they condensed a year-long thing. I mean, he really kind of. This has been going on for kind of a whole year in a way.
Hmm.
They've been playing the seeds since before the Punk story for the breakup. The breakup's been real over with the fans and the audiences, and so it's been going on for a while. I mean, at least 6 months. I mean, if you just ended it here, fine, and then you could go on to other things. I don't think you put like Wardlow in the world title picture just yet. Um, I don't remember. Like he had to give his Sonic brass ring thing to MJF. Who has that brass ring thing? The Money in the Bank equivalent. I thought that was
I have no
Wardlow.
idea.
Right. I thought it was Wardlow. But then I thought he had to give it over to MJF or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. Uh,
They could keep going with this. Like, to answer your question, Grant, like they can keep going with this for a while. I mean,
yeah,
who else would you put Wardlow with right now anyway? Think about that.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, you could end it or you could keep going.
Because you don't want to mess up Wardlow. Like
No.
you can't put him with Jericho. You can't put him with Moxley. You can't put him with House of Black. You can't put him with freaking well, you could put him with, if this is where they're going. Well, we'll get to that. We have to actually talk about another match before I say what I was going to say there. But there's not too many people you could put him with, unless you're going to keep him with MJF or move him to this next person. But we have several matches in between that time, and the next one would be the Young Bucks versus the Hardys.
Yeah. And this was what I was watching today. I watched very key matches last night, and then I rewatched some stuff here today.
Oh, you saw Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay?
Out of the corner of my eye.
That's a match I'd watch.
You said key matches. I mean, I don't see how you don't watch Jade Cargill.
They had lovely entrances. Actually, that match wasn't super terrible, but okay. The Hardys versus the Young Bucks. The Hardys go over the Young Bucks.
Really?
And, yeah.
There's no way I would have guessed that.
They went over, yeah. I didn't see that coming, so that was kind of like a surprise.
That was not by the Bucks' decision.
How do you know?
I just know.
Well, all right. I'm with you on
You're
that.
questioning Greg? Greg just knows.
I just know.
I'm with you on that.
I just can't see how the Young Bucks was sitting in the back going, you know what, guys? You're going to go over tonight. Somebody had to tell them they're going over tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'm looking at this again, just to give myself something to look at for results, the CNET, and they're giving it 4 stars here, and it's not a 4-star match, guys. I will give.
Was it in Tokyo? Like was it in Tokyo?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this rating here. It is not a 4-star match. I don't know what that scale is. I don't know what they're doing here. But
is it on a Meltzer scale or?
This was somewhere or hovering around a 3, 2.5. I'm being fair.
And this is a Julian scale. Like this is what you're saying you would give it.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
It's like it was what it was, and it's got the fanfare on both sides. And I'm trying to not be biased against the Bucks right now.
So it's a C match.
It's a C match, but or be too harsh on the Hardys. I don't know what to do with the Hardys. Like I don't think they're definitely lost a step.
They're old.
It's just kind of glaring at times, but this match was in control enough. It's just still, I just didn't know who the legal guy was a couple times, and they are sloppy, man. That's the thing about the Young Bucks that they deserve the criticism for, is that they kind of act like a trios match is going on all the time. And they're just they're trying to be the Eliminators or whatever they're trying to do. I know they say they're trying to be the Young Bucks or the Hardys, but I think they're trying to be more the Eliminators and the Perry Saturn Kronos team. And I just think they just want to do cool shit and kicks and crap. And they just want, they're video game wrestlers. And then they're going against the Hardys that can do a very solid storytelling match and have all their shit too. And this was trying to put those things together, and it was just all right. It was watchable. It was watchable. Young Bucks.
Now I can't say too much shitting on something. The whole idea of the not knowing who's the actual legal man and the people running amok. WWE is very bad with that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it does when you're not fully vested, and then you look up, it just turns into noise. And then even if you are fully vested, it just turns into noise. So that's kind of what it is. I can never really say. I don't look at big Young Bucks matches that everyone decries are so great, and I don't see the same thing like them and the Lucha Brothers from a year or two ago or whatever it was. That match to me was just 10 moves too many TLC match from back in the day. And
the conventional wisdom of actually having a referee and putting rules to it is out the window on every one of their matches. Every one of their matches. There should actually be no referee.
Pretty much.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
It's an N64 WCW Revenge tornado match every time with these dudes. And it screws up things dude, we had at the very first match, Hookhausen, hot tag. It was a fun way to start the show. It also made a ton of sense, even though you had silly characters. It's just freaking worked. You had a ghost vampire demon guy tagging in an anime character, and the crowd went wild. And it was because you timed it out. They beat the shit out of Danhausen, and then he made the tag, right?
Right.
That never seems to happen. I don't think I've ever seen a hot tag between the Young Bucks, and I do think they suffer from the same Adam Cole body syndrome.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they're not taking their
Visually, they don't look like stars, is what I'm saying.
yeah, their enhancements anymore. I'm not saying that they took enhancements. Let me not say
Ooh.
that. That's joking. I'm joking. There's some people over there. You son of a bitch.
Dude,
No, I
would
I
not
think if they
care.
took
I would
enhanced,
encourage that they do. Like, seriously, you're a professional body in motion. You might as well be jacked or something, Like,
Hey, I just recently watched that Dark Side of the Ring about the fucking steroid trial, so that's just hilarious to me right now.
right. Well, they did a lot of steroids. These guys just need a little at least. They need something. I mean, how's about we just start with steak? Like, why don't you guys just go eat some meat or some chicken or something? I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I don't want to digress too much on the Bucks, but because I could say that about them freaking every match, and that's just kind of the thing because that makes it kind of hard to give them, like this article reviewer, 4 stars. I think they're immune or allergic to getting that kind of a scale rating with me. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bucks fan base is similar to the LeBron fan base.
Oh,
It doesn't have to make sense.
Greg, watch yourself.
It doesn't
Whoa.
have to make sense. The Bucks can do no wrong to a certain demographic in wrestling. Plain and simple. They could do no wrong. Like literally, you could literally sit there and say he's lost more times than he's won, but they will return with, but he got more chances to win than anybody.
Right.
That's the same thing with the Bucks. It's like you could sit there and say the ref shouldn't be there, but look at those cool moves. Like every time, it's the same. Like they can do no wrong. So I think that's what they suffer from. They suffer from, like, I don't want to say smart fans and dumb fans, but they suffer from fans who understand that there are some rules to it, and it would be cool if that happened within the confines of the rules. And then there's fans who don't even know that when you're out of the ring, the ref is actually supposed to be counting. Like those fans, like they have no idea that exists.
The thing that pisses me off so much. Just, I mean, there are rules to pro wrestling, man. Yeah. No matter how scripted it is, come on.
Right. You have to give some type of suspended belief. So it's just that's what it is with the Bucks. It's like, you got the two quote unquote fan factions going up against each other, where the one fan faction is going, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? You just go stand in the ring and do like 2 double set moves for like 5 minutes, and the ref is not kicking either one of you out. Like, it's a tag team match.
Listen,
one of you needs to be on the outside.
The Bucks just distill in their purest form through my eyes down to they're just 2 glaciers in the ring. They're just Glacier 1 and Glacier 2.
What? Glacier? Oh, you mean like the wrestler Glacier?
Yeah. I knew where he was going.
I was like a fucking ice glacier?
Because I believe in them about as much as I believe in
as Glacier.
White guy being Sub-Zero. Yeah, pretty much. So
I don't know why it had to be racist.
I mean, he looked all right. I was excited about Glacier. We could talk about Glacier another time.
Let's do a whole episode. Yeah, let's do a whole episode about Glacier.
I actually would love to do a deep dive on like him, the Mountie, like just like kind of handpick some gems, for gimmicks and things. But the next match is Jade Cargill.
Wait, Hardcore Holly, or as I know him, Sparky Plug.
Sparky Plug.
Yeah, because he was a race car driver for like a half an afternoon or something.
Sparky Plug, Bob Holly.
Heard you like race cars. We're gonna call you a Spark Plug.
Oh God. Okay, so Jade Cargill. Yes, Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade Cargill. She looks good. Anna Jay looks good. They both just looked good, and then the match was actually in control and probably Jade's best pay-per-view match, I guess.
Jade is still brand spanking new. She's working. We are watching her work, and it's going to get better. And when it does, when she gets to that, and watch what I say here, when she gets to that
Lex Luger level.
No, rock level.
Ooh,
They're gonna teach her how to talk. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and that's because they're gonna put her in with people who can talk. I'm telling you, Jade is on. If this was the WWE, Jade is on the same trajectory. She's on the same trajectory as Bianca. They could be fucking top 10 by the end of all this. The only problem with Jade right now is she is green as shit, and
which
we're
Bianca
watching
was too.
her. Yeah, but we're watching her be green as shit, and that's what's holding her back. Had we not seen her now, and she showed up in like 2 or 3 years, we would be like, oh fuck. But we're watching her like learn this shit. She has the look, and that's how I know she's going to get better at talking, because she's gotten better at talking. 2 years ago, I wouldn't want to hear her say shit. Now I'm actually kind of listening to her. Don't quite believe her, but I'm actually listening to her. So,
well, you said she's going to be like The Rock, and I just started drinking again because it was a long weekend. But I mean, if you're going to be drunk on this podcast, then I guess I'll have to join you, because I don't know about that. I don't know what you're doing over there. I don't know.
You can't see it, because I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could see Rocky Maivia being The Rock. You saw that.
Sure, but
you know what? Touche, Greg.
I'm sure you looked at Rocky Maivia and all the goddamn tassels and shit hanging from him and was like, this guy is going to be the shit. And he's going to be in Fast and Furious movies too. Like, no, you didn't.
Let's not, hold on. He's not in those anymore. Let's not dig that one up again. All right. That's a little Pandora's box of Vin Diesel rage that I have, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Julian will get upset about this one.
I didn't even know how much I hated the man, I guess. Do I hate the man? I don't really know. I struggle with these feelings. But no, she's not gonna be The Rock, man. We ain't gonna be talking about her running for president or some shit, but she's good. She can be up there with she can be a Charlotte and a Bianca and a.
Whoa, time out.
Yeah. See, you have to hit Greg where it hurts. All right.
This is weird.
I didn't say she would be a Charlotte.
Wow.
I don't think she would be a Charlotte.
Oh! Congratulations to Charlotte Flair. Felicidades.
Here we go.
For your marriage to Andrade del Idolo. And I'm looking forward to Ricardo Flair. In what year would that be? What's 20 years from now? About 2042? 2042. Triple A Mania. Ricardo Flair main event. That's my prediction.
How did we get here?
He's trying to throw you off, Greg, because he knows you're about to go on a rant.
I'm not about to go on a rant. I didn't say she was going to be Charlotte Flair. I'm saying she's good enough to be in the conversation, the equivalent, not literally The Rock. Like, nobody's saying she's going to be Dwayne Johnson. Like, nobody's saying that. I'm saying the equivalent.
Well, I know. She take a lot of surgery.
They're about the same size right now. No. Wow. No, but.
Dude, I don't know. I've been watching some of the old Rock stuff. He used to be, compared to what he is now, he used to be small.
Yeah. He's bigger than ever right now. He's a brick house.
You can say shit on this podcast.
So
he's a brick house. He's not. There's no shit in there. He's a house made of bricks.
Yeah, I'm just. Wow.
Well, so what happened at the end of this, fine enough match? Which again, I will give credit. This was if you want to see progress, you have progress. Okay, this is progress.
I'm texting Jade now. Hold on. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. Greg has her number.
So Athena came out after this.
Yeah. Can we talk about that? Because that's what I want to talk about. Because a couple weeks ago, I don't think you were too happy with her.
And he
No, I think
said
it's a
you were
little.
Lex Luger. Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Hold on.
yeah,
I
I
gotta
do.
finish
Well,
that.
I mean, hey, he made a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, play both
No.
sides.
Wait, and now wait
So,
and send. Okay, go ahead.
oh, good, nice. Give her
Now,
my deets.
Athena, what?
Athena is a space anime character from another planet, now named after a Greek god. I don't know what her character is. I thought she was like a Mortal Kombat character at one point, again, like a female glacier, which just keeps coming up in the show.
What
Um,
is your fascination with Glacier?
dude, it's not me. Ember Moon was essentially a Mortal Kombat DLC character brought to life.
Imba.
She had ninja
Imba.
on. She had like whatever, and then I don't know what her gimmick is now. Maybe she's just a person named Athena now. Is that her name? Is that like her name?
I think that's her name. Hey, speaking of which, like if we're gonna talk about names here, if Sasha Banks shows up in AEW, this is all some goddamn fantasy booking here right now. But if Sasha Banks shows up, she could use her real name and it would be a perfect wrestling name. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, they just kind of faced off. There wasn't much to the debut. I mean, we could go on about it for no reason. But
No, I mean like
I'm excited she's there. They need another. They need like 5 more chicks, man.
so
Don't you think?
what do you
Five.
do with her? Do you have her be the person up next for Jade or for somebody in the baddies?
She's gonna, yeah, maybe go straight to Jade, but go through the baddies first. And they got a little heel factory thing going on, and yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you do with her? Like, you,
probably they definitely seem like they're getting geared up for a 3-on-3 match. So that's get ready for a bunch of those, and then probably 6 more people added to each side. So get ready for all that. Um,
huh?
which I'm gonna skip 10-person matches from now until the day I die. So just let me know if there's any of real importance, but I'm going to fast forward through all of them forever.
Okay, no, that's fine.
So if
Hey,
that happens to me again, if I don't have to watch these things, I really won't, because there's just no point to booking them, doing them, watching them. Yep, I hate them. So the next match is one of those matches almost,
Yeah.
but it is 3-on-3, and it actually wasn't that freaking bad. Of course, House of Black defeats the Death Triangle,
I
and
gave it a 5.
I liked it. I fucking like this match, and I'm just kind of over this all the spooky factions and everything because there's so many, and I think it's weird that these two spooky factions are trying to outspook each other, and I kind of lost as to did the House of Black make the Death Triangle go spooky, or were I thought Penta was being spooky before House of Black was a thing.
Okay,
I don't know who's.
let me just stop you right there. First off, I was being sarcastic, folks, when I said I gave it a 5 because I don't give matches numbers. Number one,
Well, that's why I laughed at you, anyways.
I know that's just
Wait,
funny. Number two, let's all find out how many times Julie is going to say spooky in this goddamn review. Like, keep a count. I'm already at 10. Go. All right, keep going.
All right. Um, there was some cool stuff. They've had now 2 good 3-way matches in like 2 weeks that I thought have um like they're tight enough that they aren't silly. And if you're gonna do the 3-way dance, you gotta do it kind of that old, again, ECW style thing, that Paul Heyman thing, because he's the one that came up with it. And like he wanted to have an action movie kind of hooked thing, like he wanted it to be a little tighter. You'll have to do something that knocks the other guy out, right, to take them out so they powder out. Not like the WWE take a nap under the ring for 5 minutes shit that goes on.
Roman sleeping.
Yeah, dude. Like, so this was tight and had some. The big guy like did a really bad dive to the outside, which is like the worst big man doing a dive to the outside I've ever seen. He like pretty much did a somersault over the rope and landed his back on the apron, and then like kind of hit his feet on the guys as they were piling
Wait,
out.
who did this?
The big dude, Brody King.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, it was damn near the Shockmaster of outside dives for big guys. Like if Undertaker doing it at that, what was it, SummerSlam, where he looked like a majestic angel flying through the sky. Remember that?
Is that what like broke
Like
his
he looked
hip?
amazing, like his hair was flowing and he like just soared through the sky.
Oh, he
Flying.
Montel Forded. Yeah, like
Right. Like he looked amazing, right? So that's like the peak, right? This is the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the bottom. So
who was that shit, was that was it Lita? Was it
Lita Scorpion on Monday Night Raw.
No, what I'm saying was she went like what was the pay-per-view where she literally went through the ropes and like the trajectory of it, she overshot it and you just saw her fold her neck up against the damn.
I thought that was the Monday Night Raw, like the first woman main event or whatever.
Okay, was that one? Okay, yeah. Like, was it that bad? Like, was it very noticeable bad like that?
Yeah, and then we'll get to Darby Allin later. He he made what you're talking about look worse, or he did worse than what you're talking about. Your example later, but it somehow didn't matter. Like it's in character for him, which is not good for his health. Yeah. So I don't know. This match had some decent little things, and it was tight, and it was what it was. It was. I just hope that they're done being spooky.
Number 11.
12.
Oh, you got 12?
Yeah, that was 12.
Speaking of spooky,
13.
Adam Cole somehow a 55-pound Adam Cole beats a beast of a man and a shooter-looking ass dude who could probably beat up the majority of the people in the audience in real life. Somehow Adam Cole goes over on Samoa Joe, and
this kind of actually took me. This was another surprise for me.
I saw this coming. I just kind of wished I was wrong. You know, I really, it was a decent match. It was fine. It was really like fine. It's just the optics, and the optics, and then I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a good choice to win it.
Why?
It gives him a feather in his cap. His character, you know, he's in NXT. He was strong as hell. He never lost.
Okay,
So,
yeah, but why beat Joe?
I don't know.
So was it actually? Sorry if you said this already. Was it actually a decent match though?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of us are like, oh, Adam Cole sucks at wrestling. No one's saying that at all. He's good.
No one's saying that. I didn't say that. I'm saying that
He's good.
If he gives a kick, if he gives a kick and slaps his leg one more damn time with his new skinny body, I swear I'm gonna have to turn him off. It's one thing when you're supposed to slap your leg to make the sound so it fakes out the people in the high up seats. It's another thing when I see you slap your leg. Like, dude, that's the stuff you're supposed to hide. That's the magician shit. That's the look at this hand while I do it with this hand.
So
literally.
And I'm looking at and he tried to do the Panama Sunrise or whatever.
On Joe?
Yeah, which I thought, like, I hate that move. That's the one move in his arsenal I just think is too fake and too cooperative. It's not real. It's not a real move at all. So, but he countered that, so he didn't have to take that crap.
I can see Joe right there in the ring going, I ain't taking this shit.
Yeah, I ain't taking that shit.
And he's getting, no, he ain't taking that shit.
Figure something else out.
then he beat the shit out of him. I don't know. It just doesn't really make optical sense as to how a Samoa Joe loses to a Adam Cole in the wild.
Baby.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. The dude is a tree trunk. He's just, that's what I'm saying. It should have at least just been Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. Maybe you could have used that to, I don't know, tell a story with those two or some shit. I don't know. There's a couple different ways to go about this. It makes sense to have Adam Cole win.
Baby.
I guess. So that is your men's final of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. What is your women's final?
The women's finale is Ruby Soho, right? And Britt Baker.
So there's your reason and then your answer for the Adam Cole going over Samoa Joe. They wanted to put Adam Cole and Britt Baker together as winners.
Britt Baker won, and
that sucks, but that's what it is.
Yeah, but she makes a lot of sense. Ruby Soho could have won this, and that would have really helped her.
Ruby Soho should have won this. The way they built Ruby Soho up, you would think that they were building her for a decent push, and she was going to win this and basically go, look, this is the thing that turns her career around. This is the Ruby Soho that we were telling you that she was when she was Ruby Riott. This is the chick we were talking about when we sat there and said she could actually be something. That's the build also, that they were doing.
Yeah, and it also, she lost a tournament already. So
oh yeah,
she lost a tournament already. So they could have told the story, and it was weird. She, when she won her semifinal on Rampage, she came out, or Britt Baker comes out, and it's simply, I think they're still in Vegas or something too, for Rampage. Mm-hmm. And the crowd just was all about Britt Baker, and Ruby Soho cut her off. So she's the baby face cutting off the heel from talking on the mic when she comes out. And
just fine sometimes.
Well, she got booed. She got booed rough, and she just could not. It was an awkward segment. It was weird. But Ruby Soho came out to Rancid. Rancid was there.
Did a hell of a job.
I thought that was cool.
That was better. That was, put it this way, I'm never really a fan of their entrances in AEW. I think majority of the entrances are not subpar, but just they're meh.
I've liked the Jade Cargill cosplay shit.
Well, yeah, I love that.
Dude, she looked like Storm, bro. Cool.
No, she yes, and I love that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Greg's not going to be mad about that. I'm not going to be mad about that
at all whatsoever. But
Jade was a bit much. She went there.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying they have some work to do when they in this one with Rancid. I literally went, oh, here we go. Now we're talking. So that's what I'm saying. They did a hell of a job for an intro. Yep. So that was interesting. That was
and then the match was freaking good. And Ruby Soho's I really liked her semifinal match with Chris Statlander. I thought that was one of the better women's matches I've seen in a while. And it made me sort of say, hey, Chris Statlander, you're not bad.
Okay. So can we sit there and say they should not actually make her name Ruby Soho?
No, that's the name of that song.
I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah, I always thought even from the beginning that was the whole point of doing that, was just so they could use that damn song.
It is.
She got permission from Rancid.
Right. But I'm just saying, can we sit there and make her name Ruby Violence?
Yeah.
Can we do something other than that?
She was
because what I'm
something Loveless or something.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is now you've basically tarnished the Ruby Soho name the way you've booked her.
Oh, you mean Star?
Oh.
Yeah. So
where's you going with this, Grant?
I was wondering what would be better. What do you?
Anything would be better because you booked her horribly.
Yeah,
Everybody in the world thinks she should have went over and won this thing and would have been fine. Like,
is she gonna do a promo bitching about how she's being booked now? Because she's done a lot about how she was booked then, you know. So what
right.
about right now?
Right. Like you've left her with nothing. You've left her with nothing. And so the name doesn't even pop anymore is what I'm getting at. It's like
Gotcha.
you've left her with nothing. Like this decision probably, it might not kill her, but damn, it's close. It's very close to killing her where people just don't give a shit if she comes out anymore. Like,
and I thought she was getting that all back and she could have done that.
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a good match, and like I said, I think she's had good matches all tournament long, and she's lost 2 tournaments now, and you just kind of have to give her a lot of underdog credit, I guess, now or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but the problem with the underdog credit is the underdog has to eventually get over. Like right now, you're just making her a loser. Like,
well, it's very close to the. Well, I guess it's not very close because I was going to compare it to Becky, but Becky was actually the champion a couple times before she decided to slap Charlotte.
Right.
So then Martha Hart came out also and gave a little speech, and the emotions were real.
Oh, were they?
They were real. And then they use all Owen Hart footage from New Japan, so that's what they're doing for their packages. Related to Owen Hart. And if you haven't watched any of his stuff in Japan, he has some matches. I have a best of Owen Hart tape back in the day, and it was all his stuff mostly in Japan. And it had a match with him and Chris Benoit where they didn't go off the ropes like maybe twice. And they just kept it in the center of the ring, and they just wrestled the most technical match I've ever seen in my life for 10 minutes. And that's like what that tape is just littered with. Like his stuff from Japan, Owen Hart stuff in Japan was just like, dude, like he could do everything and just keep going and keep moving. And he was, all the Hearts are like shooters, to an extent. And I don't know. So not a bad source of your promo material in an era of Owen Hart that kind of goes underappreciated, I think.
If you haven't seen Owen and Brett, you've done yourself a disservice if you've never seen that match.
And that is a microcosm of like how he works in Japan and Europe, and like that's how they both do. Like that's where that sort of shoot work stuff came. It's great.
It is great. Yes, it is absolutely great.
And they just feel it out. It's all feel, and you're going for moves and you're going for stuff, and like, oh, I'm gonna do the backbreaker. Oh, I'm gonna, the 5 moves of doom for each other. Little move sets, but
right, and you're basically both calling it. That's what makes it awesome.
You're also not talking.
That's what I'm saying. You're not talking, but you're both calling it. You can feel where the person's going.
Yeah,
and then you're going with them. It's amazing.
It's amazing, and check that stuff out. I don't know how you watch any of that stuff. Maybe New Japan has a streaming thing.
I'm probably gonna watch it just with my eyes closed, so don't worry about it.
Copy that.
So
I was not interested in this next match at all.
So we can skip it, right?
What was the next one?
Scorpion Sky, Ethan Page, Paige Van Zandt.
I mean, I like Paige Van Zandt, but
see, I like myself some Scorpion Sky. Scorpio Sky. I keep saying Scorpion.
I actually like enough. I sort of like Tay Conti. I guess I gotta like. She's a good heel. She's a better heel.
She was fine in NXT. They just didn't do anything with her.
Right. Oh yeah, she was in NXT. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there was even a tease of putting her in the Undisputed Era.
I'm looking at a Paige and watching her do some stuff, Paige Van Zandt, and she doesn't look too bad. I don't know, but she's a work in progress. She looks like I don't get it. I don't think her gear is good for her in this match. It was kind of weird. I don't know.
This is why I want to skip it. This is why I want to
Yeah.
skip it because we have gone down the road of look at her gear. Like
Well-
if we can't actually discuss anything that she's done other than her gear,
Oh,
that's how you know it ain't
Yeah.
worth.
Well,
I
It's
guess
like-
you're right.
a
It's
crazy-
like-
Wait,
this is a
you're just
myth
trying to think of
freaking-
something to say.
Right, you're like those rhinestones they don't match. What?
I know, yeah, I know. Well, and then there was a super kick spot where Sammy Guevara.
Is
What
that
did you
how
just call
say it?
him?
Is that right? I think that's not his name.
Yeah, what are you
I
saying?
don't think you say Guay. I don't think you say Guay. I don't know. Anyway,
It's Guevara. Guevara.
you
Yeah,
say
where-
it fast enough. Yeah, Guevara, sure. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care.
I think you picked that up from somebody else.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, go ahead and hit the shots fired.
Yeah, that's the shots fired right here. Coming at you. Let's see.
Wow.
There we go. Sammy
Oh.
Guevara.
Yeah, he
Alright.
picked that up from someplace. I won't say where,
Wow.
but it's
Alright,
awkward,
so-
Julian. It's very awkward.
Wow. Yeah. So
What
was that?
What is that? What is that?
That's the actual awkward.
Oh, okay. Wait, you
Who
keep
knew?
adding buttons and you keep adding sound effects. I don't know what to do with any of these things.
And I'm about to get my own sound effects.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So
I
obviously,
mean, keep it going. I'm not mad.
So this is how we skip a match right here. We just push
Yeah.
buttons.
Yeah, we're just gonna push buttons till we get
I
to
have nothing to
Darby
add.
Allin.
Nothing to add. I think that the American Top Team thing can be better, and I think that Paige can be good, and she's a star of sorts already. So I don't think it's a bad idea to do this stuff. I don't mind Dan Lambert. I am afraid of, although he cut ties with the notorious Colby Covington, I am a bit. I don't know. I could see Colby Covington going to AEW and maybe being a part of this faction and getting like super nuclear real life heat that would make MJF look like a not as hot heel. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with that stuff, and we'll see what happens. But it's not that great right now. So skipping that, the next match is freaking fascinating. You have to watch it if you like wrestling. If you like car crashes. If you like
Is this the Eddie Kingston shit?
No, this is the Jungle Boy
Like,
and Luchasaurus shit.
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm
This
just
is
fucking
Kyle
with him.
O'Reilly. This is one of my favorite matches on the card. This is Kyle O'Reilly against Darby Allin.
Oh, okay.
Or
I'm
the
just
blow.
fucking with him, 'cause
They were
he's my-
essentially fighting. They were essentially fighting for the honor of Sting. Like this was like Darby was kind of left in the wind, and they're saying that Kyle, storyline wise, injured Sting. So that's why. So after he got ousted from the tournament, Kyle O'Reilly set his sights on Sting. Because he's so evil, and he broke his knee or whatever he did, and then Darby Allin just wanted to match with him, and this was great. I don't know how else to say it. This is just a good match.
No, I mean,
this was
This
great.
is one that I would take time to watch, probably.
Dude. This was.
But
this
it's
was
Kyle
a-
O'Reilly.
Yeah, but it's Kyle O'Reilly. I swear Darby Allin was like, just hit me in the face, bro. And that's pretty much what happened. There were a lot
Yeah, but
of.
Kyle O'Reilly has I feel like a lot of Kyle O'Reilly stuff has the same problem too, where like that motherfucker kills himself in the ring, or at least makes it look like that.
Yeah.
I think Kyle makes himself look like that. Darby literally kills himself.
Well, yeah, there's a difference, but there's some times where Kyle O'Reilly makes I wonder how the hell he's actually getting up.
No, there's a fall, there's a dive where essentially, the referee legitimately checks on Darby Allin, because if you slow this dive down, which I am right now, I'm scrubbing through, he just slides out. So his move is, so I don't know what he was thinking. So Kyle is pretty far back. And when I look at this trajectory right here, as he is breaking through the ropes, Darby launching himself. He is just nowhere. There's no way in hell he's gonna get to Kyle. Like he just fucked this dive up really bad. And dude, he basically like like those Highlander games where they throw the log.
Yeah.
It's like he Highlander gamed himself, and he just kind of like spun himself on the top of his head and just like darted himself. It was crazy. So it did not look good, and he did like another dive a little bit after. But dude, this one looks nuts. Like he's kind of going on his shoulders as I slow it down, and then he kind of hits with his legs. Kyle makes something out of it by getting hit by his legs, so it turns into like this weird suicidal drop kick thing. I don't know what to call it, but it's very Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, reminiscent, like where you're just throwing your body around in ways that you're not used to seeing.
Mm.
And that's what he is to me, man. He is Foley. He is like a skateboarder Foley who is, everybody just got done watching Jackass, and that's what he reminds me of. Darby Allin is killing himself out there, man, for our entertainment. It's just crazy. And Kyle O'Reilly just won somehow. I don't know, but yeah,
so he's Sting's best friend now.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it was. He did a coffin drop that made sense when somehow made sense when Kyle O'Reilly was strung out on the ropes. Because I hate those kinds of spots, but he did it fast enough that it kind of like snuck it in, like he was just stage diving at him, right? Man, what else happened? This crazy dive to the outside where Kyle O'Reilly grabs him and guillotines him was pretty amazing. I don't know, man. This is good.
Pretty amazing.
There was a lot of punching in the face. Darby Allin was bleeding from the mouth. Sting's honor was not defended. I don't know what this really did for any kind of story or whatever, but it gave us a car crash to watch, and I liked it. So, if that makes
How do you feel about Sting? How do you feel about Sting's honor, Greg?
I just would like to say that if you're someone who doesn't know what to do when Sting is in your presence, all you have to do is acknowledge him.
My God. Okay, so Thunder Rosa.
I'm sorry.
It's
just the thing of Sting now. Like it's gotten to the point where they have literally just put Sting on this pedestal now, where it's like, everybody, I present Sting. Like he has nothing to do with anything right now. Like
I'm completely fine with that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's where he is. He is literally just Sting now on the pedestal. And if they could figure out a way to get him into a match or a segment that has nothing to do with Sting, they will put Sting in that segment.
Well, is he selling T-shirts?
He's selling everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he's willing to work and everybody knows he can't put too much of his body on the line, like why not keep him around?
Yeah.
This is the hard part though. How do you make him relevant? And it sounds like this is what they're doing.
I don't know. That was weird, but to kind of work him in, maybe he actually had to stay home, or maybe he didn't want to go to Vegas, or maybe he didn't want to do, maybe this is a little time off thing. I think that they should sell Scorpion Snow. Like they should sell everything. They should sell snow cones, Sting snow cones. They should sell everything. Scorpion Snow. Yeah. Still don't understand that. Again,
if we don't hear from Julian next week, that means he got a job somewhere.
Hey, why did Julian? Why does Sting just do the Glacier entrance?
I knew it. I knew Glacier was coming.
Yep, you knew it was coming.
Fucking knew it when he sat there and said Scorpion Snow. I was like, Glacier's coming next. I know Glacier's coming next. God damn.
Dude, I don't mind Sting's entrance.
it's kind of stupid. I mean,
What else
really,
are you gonna do with it? Like you have the regular the Surfer Sting entrance, then you have the creepy crow, then you have the NWO, then
do the crow imagery, and by God, it's raining in the crow. It's not snowing. Let's make it rain all the time.
Well,
it's
that's what I'm
sunny
saying.
days.
Yeah,
They're doing something different though.
Yeah, but I don't
No.
understand that snow either because like the
Because
part
it's
now.
dying snow. You
Well,
can't live
see,
in snow.
but the thing is, when he was the crow sting and his hair was actually long and they wet it, that made sense with the rain because the rain
Yes.
wet the hair, and that's
Yes.
the way the wet hair looks in the rain. Like everything
Yes.
made sense.
Yes.
Mhm.
This one kind of, I'm with him on that. Like, what the fuck does the snow got to do with anything?
My hair has been wet in snowstorm, okay, guys?
Wow.
All right, so Thunder Rosa against Serena Deeb. We're getting through here. We're getting through. Thunder Rosa against Serena Deeb.
Next. Okay, what's after that?
Hold
Yeah,
on.
Next.
Hold on. This match was good. Okay. This match was good. There's not a whole lot to go over. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff. It was a solid match. I think we've seen these two have matches before, so it's like that.
Julian loves Thunder Rosa.
Oh yeah,
Homies,
he does.
No, I'm here to say this, homies. This was not a match that reflected like 3.5 hours of segment time to build this thing. Like they had really long, weird promos, and it was trying to build up to some shit here, and they didn't need it. And I don't know. I just think that their build up they could have been shorter. That Serena Deeb segment from a few weeks back was like, I think they should have went a different direction with that entirely. I don't know why you got Dustin Rhodes in there. Again, it's like the tacking on of a name guy to a thing. And you know what I mean? Like they force it. So they forced Dustin Rhodes in there, right? He had nothing to do with these two. It's like, oh, they trained it with him or what? Huh? Like, no, they didn't. Like, what the fuck? Like maybe Thunder Rosa is like eating tacos with him on her podcast and they're best friends now. I don't get it. So
Oh my God.
Whatever. Just whatever. It was a good enough match. Okay, all right, fine. Next match. Next match is guys, I'm still like dissecting this fucking thing. To be honest, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Dissecting what? Serena?
No. We're skipping that because fuck it. I guess. The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Why are we skipping Thunder Rosa?
Wait. Well, you just hold on. I mean, all right, let's go back. We're going back. All right, now we're back.
I think it's my fault. It's my fault. I'll apologize.
I don't know how much more I have to add. I mean, they have Dustin Rhodes got involved with, or didn't really get involved, but I don't know. Like, I'm just saying they forced him into the storyline a little bit. Thunder Rosa had some Dustin homages. They did I like the octopus stretch. They did that at one point, which I really like. And then Serena Deeb did the In Vogue superplex into something else thing, which some people hate, some people like. What do you think? Doing a superplex and then immediately doing another move. How do you feel about it?
I've always liked that combo because it means that you're going to pick up fast enough that like you want to keep going and not giving them a chance to get up.
Yeah, but it takes away from selling the pain of the move, I guess, a little bit.
What, to your own body?
Yeah, because you should have some pain. Like certain things should put you at peril too. Like I'm all for like I'm going to take a big risk because I really want you to be in pain, and I know I might cause some pain to myself, but that's how bad I want it. Type of psychology, you know?
Yeah, I mean, not every move needs to go like that, but I mean, I don't mind that. Like, I mean, Seth does it of the double suplex or whatever into the Falcon Arrow.
Right.
But I mean, that's WWE stuff where like Seth does it every time, so now it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and then she did do the pendulum, so That was pretty cool. She swung her like she had her basically folded the opposite direction. Thunder Rosa had Serenity folded the opposite direction, and she basically swung her like a pendulum. So that was absolutely, like, I could see the psychology behind that and going, holy shit, she's stretching the shit out of her, you know. So
yeah, there's some stretches. No, it's a solid match. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it went about as good as you'd want it to go. It's just, yeah, the build up made it seem like we were going for I don't know.
I think that's
else.
why he wanted to
Thunder
skip
Rosa's-
it, Grant. He wanted to
Yeah,
skip it because the build up. I mean, they built this son bitch up, and then it just
Yeah.
didn't live up to what they built. It wasn't the fact that the match sucked. It was the fact that they built something different than what they presented on the plate for dinner.
Sort of. I mean, they were really emotional. They were both like yelling and screaming and shit in there. And Thunder Rosa, I really like her, but yeah, she does need to slow down a little bit at times. And she's really not been doing this very long. And you always got to kind of remember that. And then Serena Deeb is like the old hand, or the good hand, the veteran of the entire female roster. So it was pretty settled down enough for Thunder Rosa, but she still needs to slow down in a few spots. But that's also part of her, like,
always needs to slow down. Like somebody always needs to be in the ring with her to go, slow the fuck down.
Right. You gotta
Like,
do
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was even who'd she beat for the title? For Britt.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Britt. Like, Britt, after a while, Britt literally had to like throw her face into the side of the cage and kind of like rake it to go, stop.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down. We got 20 minutes here.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man?
But again, that's really good for that. And then you want to harness that because she's a baby face and she's like going to always be a baby face, I think, at this point. And her firing up like that is actually natural and good. You know, there's a good side to that. So her being all fired up for real is she exudes that, you know. So she's fiery and good in there, and you know, as far as that goes.
And I think I fall into the trap sometimes too because they're so new that you're like, when these people win these titles, you're like, well, that's the only time they'll ever have it. So you're like, we need to get all the good stuff out of them now. And you realize that no, she can have another shot at it, and it could be completely different.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you can become a multi-time champion is you have to lose it. So
yeah,
there's a way for her to sit here and lose that title and then go after it again, and it's not necessarily the same type of story. It doesn't have to be the underdog going after the title this time. It could be the champion trying to get the title back, yada yada yada, whatever. But like literally, it's almost like she believes that she's going to get fired at the end of the night. So she's like, all right, this is what I got to do. I got to do this first, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to jump off the cage. Wait a minute. Do we have a cage? No, we don't have a cage. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 chairs, right? And I'm going to stack the chair on top of the other chair. If anybody got some razor blades, I really wish I had some razor blades. I'm going to take the razor blades, and then I'm going to stack those on top of the chair. And then and the person in the ring with her is going, Jesus Christ.
Greg, I think that we need a weekly Thunder Rosa impression now. just out of you.
First, I'm going to take the thumbtacks and I'm going to throw them on top of the chairs.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Hey, Greg, how fast is your edit button?
I got to figure that out. Let me figure it. I don't know. Let's just. Oh Jesus Christ! First, let's do this.
First of all, that's kind of what you sound like. All right. Well, I think we've talked. Guys, we have there's a big buffet of crap to talk about next. So let's just dig in. Jericho Appreciation Society.
Next.
Are you just gonna next Julian every time he tries to talk?
No, I'm not. I'm nexting Jericho. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm nexting Jericho.
Remember when I was saying I didn't want to fucking do this anymore? for the rest of my life. Remember that shit? We recorded that. We recorded my like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to watch 10-man matches. They're
Right.
stupid. This was called Anarchy in the Arena because you got to name everything. They were making fun. The Moxley side was making fun of Jericho for naming matches and doing stupid shit or whatever, and then they named a match and did stupid shit. So, it's like I don't understand. Like I don't know why this Blackpool Liver Society has decided that I never really thought that William Regal, Bryan Danielson were bloodthirsty maniacs who just wanted to see blood oozing out of every opponent's orifice. But apparently that's what they are now because they hang out with Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley wants blood everywhere. He wants to write with blood. He wants blood in his coffee.
His baby's name is Violence.
Is his baby's name Violence? That would make sense because he's freaking stupid, and and that's a stupid name.
Wait, are you saying that the baby's stupid or Jon Moxley's stupid?
I'm sure the baby's
because if you talk about the baby, you're talking about Renee, and I won't have that. Renee is a saint.
I'm sure the baby is at least measured enough. She's the baby's got some French Canadian whatever she is in there. I don't want to get into the family thing. I want to just talk about Jon Moxley sucking as a wrestler. No, I don't want to attack the man. You know what I mean? Or the character. Really,
there you go, Greg.
I don't think he's that bad.
You want to attack the character? You want to attack the character of Jon Moxley?
Listen, I think I know the name of the guy I like in the Jericho Society now. Because there's so many. Angelo Parker, right? So he is so freaking 1988 that he just cracks me the fuck up every time he's on camera. He did a 5-alarm Ric Flair get out the paintbrush blade job that was quite concerning.
Dude, everything looked really gnarly in this fucking match.
Yeah, dude. I'm just going to go through some highlights, I guess. Moxley's got a cooler, throws it at Jericho. That's kind of fun. I would do that too. The LAX or whatever they call them, they don't have a tag team name, do they? It's the Santana and Ortiz. Is their tag team name?
Great.
I always thought it was LAX, right?
No, not anymore.
But they don't call them that.
Yeah, they're not LAX anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, they went up both sides of a ladder onto the other dudes through tables. That was all right. The referees are really helping them out with this stuff. All the refs don't mean anything, of course, and everything. Moxley is bleeding, and then Eddie Kingston comes out with a can of freaking gasoline, and he looks like he's just been through a triple homicide as he walks down the aisle.
That's what I mean. Out of everything I saw this match, I think that was my favorite look. Like, I believed everything he was doing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this is obviously at the tail end. The ring's all fucked up. I don't know what he's going to do with this fucking gasoline. That part doesn't make any goddamn sense, but he's just pouring the gasoline on everyone. Apparently, he's just going to light everyone on fire. We're all going to die. All right. So here we go. He's got fire. Daniel Bryan stops him, and then they get into a rowdy dow, or whatever you want to call it, a Donnybrook. And
what are these terms? Should I know these terms?
So
what's a rowdy dow?
So basically, Eddie Kingston is going to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Bryan Danielson stops him from killing everyone.
Yeah, but then you said they got into a rowdy dow.
Well, they got into a fight because he slapped out the Zippo lighter out of his hand because apparently Eddie Kingston was willing to die for this stupid match.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you.
Sounds like he was willing to commit murder.
I think, but dude, and then the freaking finish was this like Van Terminator thing where Danielson nails Jericho, and it was actually freaking good. Like, I don't know, man. Like, however this ended, I mean, it was a mess and everything, but those were good moments. The ending was fucking cool. I mean, you got Danielson, man, doing stuff. It's not gonna suck.
Why can't you have Danielson doing stuff by himself? Why can't you have Danielson doing stuff with Jay Lethal right now? Why can't you
I was
have
just
just
saying, yeah.
like why does it
Why
have to
can't you
be
just have
this?
Daniel doing stuff?
Yeah, like why does it have to be this?
And then really, seriously, that Angelo dude he has a true blue crimson mask, man. I mean, old school crimson mask. They're fighting all over the arena. That obviously breaks down, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's reminiscent of the Dudley Boys, Falls Count Anywhere part of the show back in the day. So the teenager in me still gets a little kick out of this if it only happens every now and again. Okay. And it used to happen every show with the Dudleys. It was just a part of the show, and it was fun. And it was like the audience participation part of the show. It was a different thing, and I don't shit on it for that reason as a match type. And this is a pay-per-view, so you're doing all this shit on pay-per-view, so whatever. I think the ending was dramatic, and it was actually not that bad. So I wanted to hate this, and I do hate most of it, but the ending was fun. What do you want me to say? I don't know. Thoughts?
I think that's a good pause. I think where was that pause? Hour 41. Okay. I think this match
Yep.
with the people in it
Yep.
happened.
Wait, are you just stopping there? Because I would love it.
That's where I'm stopping.
Okay.
What, so you don't care at all?
Not in the least, one bit. Anything with Jericho in it, I do not care anymore. I do not care. Like, man, like he brings everybody down. Like, don't get on that Titanic right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's if he's booking matches in the back, okay, fine. If he's helping kids learn, okay, fine. But like this whole thing, like he has to be relevant. Like, dude, you are worse than the Bucks right now. Like, it is literally like watching The Wrestler, the movie.
But then, so going back to the Bucks, then, us talking about, well, was it the Bucks' decision or was it the Hardys' decision? Do you think that Khan's the one telling him this? That like Jericho, you're doing this, or do you think Jericho's making up his own ideas?
Oh hell yeah, he's making up his own idea, and Tony Khan's going along with it. Till someone actually tells Tony Khan not to go along with it.
Do you think that's because of his name?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I would say that Moxley or Danielson have the same type of
Moxley
weight if they want to throw it around.
Moxley has no weight to throw around. Moxley has no.
I mean, he's getting paid like that, I'm sure.
I'm telling you right now, Moxley has no weight to throw around. Like Danielson has weight to throw around because he showed up to work, but Moxley has no weight to throw around. And I'm not making light of his actual personal issues. I'm saying,
yeah,
in professional wrestling right now, Moxley is not the name that most people are willing to have roll off their lips in I gotta see his match. I'm just talking pure butts and seats.
Yeah, Danielson, most of the time people are watching.
Exactly. Danielson will put a butt in the seat. Yep. I don't know if John Moxley puts a butt in the seat.
Yep. And Danielson's just capable of doing everything. So maybe this is him doing this to check this off his own box, his own little bucket list of stuff to do in wrestling, because he really hasn't done anything like this.
Yeah, because really. I mean, this is also like this is Daniel's borrowed time right now, right? Like he's just doing whatever he's wanted.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
yeah.
This was a spectacular, and he went over on Jericho, man. Like he pinned him. So,
the best decision that was made.
Yeah.
Best decision that was made. That part they didn't screw up. But I really think this is Chris's like little wet dream fantasy. He's like, I still get to play with the cool kids.
But look, now this sets up, and hopefully this is all it sets up, because I don't want to see weeks on end of iterations of these factions going at it, which is what Jericho has been hijacking the show with for 3 years now. but it's definitely going to spin off into Eddie Kingston versus Danielson, which is cool. It's
I
fine with
would
me.
kind of like to see that. I think Eddie Kingston can work
Eddie Kingston
up
and
to
who?
the
I'm sorry.
level against
I'm a
Danielson.
fan.
Oh, Danielson. Oh yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he can work up to the level of Brian Danielson. I don't think Brian will be working down. I think he can actually like raise Eddie up. Like this
Yeah.
would be a good match.
And it'll be sort of if you've seen Eddie's Japanese stuff, he just kind of lays it in and keeps moving, and the audience just fucking, he's an ass kicker, man. Like he's got like this ass kicker thing. He's very in your face New Yorker dude. He's hilarious on the mic. He's one of my favorite mic workers. I just
He's fit Finley without actually having the gravitas to be fit Finley. You know what that means? That means that this guy is stiff as shit. Fit is strong as fuck, but he doesn't have to be stiff when he doesn't want to be stiff.
No.
Yeah.
He would just do those big forearms on you or whatever Fit would chop you and this and that and everything, but just looked tough, right? And just sounded tough and was tough. And then he got hornswoggled. But yeah. but no, I think if that's what comes of this, then I guess that's cool. And they've set it up enough. I just there's no graceful. I know it's not as serious, but this Liverpool Black Fight Club thing, I just hope we don't turn this into like the Afghanistan of wrestling faction stories, and I just hope we eventually pull out, sooner rather than later.
Wow.
Yeah, I just want them to just pull out of this faction thing whenever they can. There's not gonna be. What I mean by that is that there's no graceful exit out of this stupid thing, man. You just gotta get it over with. I don't know what you do.
You just stop it. You just stop it 1 week and then pretend like it never happened, like the WWE does. You literally just stop it.
Do they really do that in AEW though?
They can. I don't know if they do. I'm just saying that's how you get out of it. You literally stop and never bring it up again.
How do you stop a faction? Like usually 9 times out of 10, the way a faction
just turn them. You turn somebody.
You turn people against each other. This fucking faction started with 2 people turning on each other.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's so stupid. It's like there's no way to get out. You just have to, because they'll be like, well, here it is, like we've always wanted to have. Because it started off with Moxley wanting to have a match with him or have a fight or whatever. And then they're like, and then Regal's like, no, let's get together and you guys be a tag team and we'll make people bleed. And they're vampires or something now. I don't know what they are. I don't get it. He's supposed to be your star. You're spinning out of it. All right, moving on. Jurassic Express against Hobbs and Starks against my new favorite tag team in the world, Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee.
Okay, next.
Man, don't you be skipping over my Keith Lee and my Swerve.
I mean that.
I just wanted to do that. Sorry.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how excited I am to hear Julian's recap of this, but
Swerve is just the black Finn Balor. Okay, now did I say it? Wow, did I say it?
Dude, Keith Lee.
You said it.
Oh man, Keith Lee flipped to the outside. It's amazing.
He didn't deny it.
He's a gazelle. They did. I don't know. So this match had a bunch of shit in it. I really think Swerve and Keith Lee should have won. I thought they were gonna win. I don't know. There was a 3-way match on Rampage between Starks, Swerve, and Jungle Boy, and I actually thought that was one of the better 3-ways they had in a while. And it had that Heyman booking, that producing behind it, influence from the 3-way dances back in the day, which I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast already, but if you want to see what the 3-way dance is supposed to look like, you got to watch not Yuji Nagata. Dang it. Oh no. I'm blanking. Super Crazy, Little Guido,
And Funaki.
not Funaki. Oh my God. Come on. What's happening?
Mr.
What's happening to my
Fuji.
brain? Versus, I'm putting in Tajiri. I literally
Well, this
typed
has
in
been the fabulous Threebirds.
Tajiri. Tajiri. Anyway, that's how the three-way dance is supposed to be. Little Guido, Tajiri, and Super Crazy. They did that match a lot, and it really caught on, and it was really fun. And they did it on like a couple pay-per-views as well. It's a great example of three great workers with three different styles, mixing all your stuff, getting all your shit in, and also, having a really exciting kind of finish. And there's that kind of booking going on all over in this stuff. And it's okay. I thought it was all right. So, and I really like Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. And I'll just be done talking about this match, I guess.
No, continue. I'm actually
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah, you don't. Hey, just because Greg and I say something doesn't mean you have to stop talking. Just talk over us. We don't know what we're talking about.
No, that's not how this works.
I wanted to hear about the match.
Well,
Yeah, how does this work, Julian?
He swerves. He really swerves.
Yeah.
He swerves.
And Keith Lee is just, man, he's just a beast right now. And I just think this tag team's fun. And like I said, they had a squash match the other day, and I hope that they just have a squash match every week, because I could watch that for a while. That'd be fine. Are you ready? Oh, yeah, Jurassic Express won. They already say that. They won. I don't know why they won.
Oh, yeah, they won.
Are you ready?
Who cares? Luchasaurus is silly. I hope that one day they both just break out of this whole thing. Jungle Boy, I thought he was going to get with Anna Jay. Did he get with Anna Jay?
Isn't he with her in real life?
Is he?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find something good to say about Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy's fine. I don't mind a Jungle Boy match.
Yeah, I hear you. But I don't know. It can't last forever. You can't do Jungle Boy forever, man.
Well, no, he's going to have to change. And I don't know. I don't think he's going to get any bigger. So I don't know. He might just be one of those paycheck guys.
Yep. So, are we ready? The next one.
Is this the main event? What is this?
Are you ready?
Doom, doom, meow.
Yeah.
Get down.
All right. This website here that I'm using as a reference is CNET culture page. They gave this match 5 stars. I'm not going to give it 5 stars. I'm actually going to give it.
Greg already gave it 5 stars.
I give it 5 stars.
Did you really?
Which I just realized something.
No, I don't give wrestling matches numbers. That is the dumbest shit ever. I'm sorry. It really is.
Can you hear my dryer in the background?
You can hear
Okay.
you could give it an A, B, C, or D, or an F, but a number 1 to 5. Come on.
That's kind of how they do grades in other countries, though.
That's my joke. Come on.
Numbers. Anyway,
where's the lighter fluid come from, Michael?
Where does the lighter fluid come from, Michael? It's an illusion. No, I do. I understand how they do it in other countries, but this is America. This goddamn America. So
all right. So
in
anyway,
America, it's great. A B C D E F G. Why they skip all those and just go straight to F? You never noticed that?
Yeah, it's never like, hey, what'd you get? Like, I got an E- on this test.
Right. They just went straight to F. They said, fuck it. All right.
That's
So
notes fail. So hey. So this match was
E could be exceptional. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Julian.
Are you really giving it a 5, whatever you're giving it? What are you giving it? What are you talking about?
This match, am I gonna give what do I give this match? A B minus.
Fine. Greg has said like 3 times he doesn't grade matches.
Yeah.
You just literally graded it just now. Graded it.
That's for you.
B minus.
That's for you because
Yeah,
you kept asking me.
You pressured him into it.
Yeah, I told you. I don't. It just doesn't make sense to.
All right,
actually.
good. That's a frame of reference, and now we're all on the same page. I kind of give it like a B ish.
A B-ish is not the same as a B minus or a B plus. It's a B-ish. And he's talking about frames of reference. There's never been a paper in the history of America where the teacher said, you know what? I'll give you a B-ish.
I would completely, if I turned in a paper, and I swear I have, if they gave me a B-ish, I'd be like, I understand. Too.
Well, then it would just say "bitch" on your fucking paper.
You're like, you know what? That was better than the C, but sure as hell wasn't no A. You know, you know what I'm saying?
What?
Oh, it's in there somewhere.
The
I
whole.
give it a B. I mean, you threw on the plus or whatever. Did you say
Fuck.
plus? Did you say plus?
Yeah.
No. Oh no!
So
Did
that's-
Greg say plus?
That's almost an A, Greg.
Huh?
You gave this almost an A, and I'm
No,
giving
I said
it,
no. I said a B minus.
Oh, okay, so you're
Yeah.
closer to a C.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
You know why? You know why I'm closer to
we'll
a C?
figure this out.
Because one person in this match.
Well,
I am not sold on Adam Page.
Yeah.
Never have, never will.
Hmm.
That's the thing. I think he did well, but I have never been sold on Adam Page. I never wanted him to hold that belt. I think he was promised that belt, and somehow they worked that shit in during a very, very unfortunate time in their television career. Other than that, because if Kenny doesn't go away, does he have this belt? If Moxley doesn't go away, does he have this belt? Like,
I think it was the build up from the time they started to get him the belt,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
and they never got off course. Yeah, no matter
Yeah.
what.
so this is why I said B minus. Like, good job to hang in there with CM Punk. It didn't suck like I thought it was gonna suck, but
Well,
I did, man. I really did. I thought it was going to suck, and I thought it was going to suck for multiple reasons than just Adam Page. To some degree, CM Punk is not CM Punk, and we can talk about how everybody wants CM Punk and loves CM Punk, but
Yeah.
CM Punk has lost a step.
Yes, I will agree with you on that.
That's just
It's
how
not-
age
it's-
works.
It's like him coming back and everybody, like, you get the crowd, like, he can still talk, he can do all that stuff, but I don't know if you're going to get as excited as you used to get during a CM Punk match.
yeah, which is why I'm not sitting here glowing over this match, is because that guy, I was worried about this Punk shot lariat going in. When I saw him do it on whatever show it was, Dynamite or Rampage, I thought, wow, he can. Okay, well, that was a fun one and done, right? Because I did not think that he would try and do that in the late stages of a real match when he's actually tired, and he did, and it didn't go well. And it kind of, I mean, they salvaged the ending of this thing, but dude, there was like the whole shine. I think Punk was he was a little blown up, and it was hard to tell if he was selling or overselling or
That's just
actually-
it. I can't tell anymore. That's why I'm like, I can't tell anymore. And truthfully, that's why it gets a minus. And you go, well, why don't you just give it a full-fledged C? Because other matches on this card were actual C's, and this was better than those matches. But for a CM Punk match, this isn't the best CM Punk match I've seen. Probably this isn't the best one I've seen since he's been back. This is probably the most important one since he's been back, but it ain't the best one I've seen. And it's gradually getting worse. Slowly but surely. It's gradually getting worse. I don't know if he needs to shave the fucking beard. He looks like he hasn't slept in motherfucking 6 years. Like, something is off. And I know he's had some time away and he's got to get his rhythm. But okay, get your rhythm. I don't know. Do some fucking house shows that never make tape or something. I don't know. But something is not there. And I want to say Father Time has caught up with him. Now, is he piss poor suck? No. I just know for what you built him up to be and what you're trying to sell on TV and whatever, I need the best in the world back. And he's not the best in the world. He's just not.
Yeah, it sounds like that you got more excited over Darby Allin match than CM Punk match.
I actually got excited over Jade Cargill match more than CM Punk.
More than CM Punk. Okay, Dan.
Yeah, like seriously, you know, and people going, "How dare you?" He's like, "Look at my." I don't give a shit about the song. Like at this point, that was great. That was a great television moment. That was a moment. Since he's come back, CM Punk, the first thing I said is, well, if they're going to have to give him this belt soon, or it just doesn't make sense for him to hang around for fucking 3 years without it. Then you sit there and go, well, what the fuck are they putting them in? Matches with who and what the fuck? Where is this going? And MJF, okay, I get it. MJF, this will work. Let's see how this works. But MJF doesn't have the fucking belt, so this is still a waste as far as CM Punk having the goddamn title, because you're gonna have to put this belt on him. So finally we get here.
That was not a waste of time.
No. I'm talking about in the long scale. It's never a waste of time with MJF. But I'm saying in the long scale for what you brought Punk back for. You got to get him toward the belt. Then you luck up, because truthfully, the only reason CM Punk is battling Adam Hangman Page for this title is Tony Khan realizes that the rest of the fucking world doesn't like his heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
He can't sell them.
No.
That's the only reason. And right now, the best person to put or take the belt off of him, where most people would sit there and go, I can see that, would be CM Punk. Now, you can build a program for CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. Like, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because Kenny's coming back.
And you need to get your money back for Punk, I think.
Yeah, because what you build with these two, now the problem is Punk better bring it. Like, he's going to have to bring it. You can't get in there with Kenny and not bring it.
And they need to make, and I'm not kidding, they need to make a mock of the spinner belt or something.
Why?
To sell it.
Well,
you mean make
a
CM Punk belt.
He needs to have like an AEW Punk edition of the belt or whatever the hell. Like, what
are they gonna do? Put the Chicago flag on it?
Yeah, whatever.
They would. Yeah, they would.
Like a spinner belt, like literally make it a spinner belt, but with the fists or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think they should change the belt. I think they should make it completely a CM Punk belt, and I think he should come out with it. That helps. But if Kenny's coming back, that's who you put Punk in with next. Or if Kenny's not coming back for a while, you somehow get MJF up to the level where he's not losing every week, and you put MJF against Punk for that title, because you know for a fact that would work. So, like,
well, now the only pin that MJF has lost or only gotten or whatever you want to say, he's only been pinned by Wardlow, so I wouldn't worry about his strength or whatever.
Well, but I'm saying that he's fucking Roddy Piper. Like, he doesn't need a belt. He doesn't need a title. He's Teflon in that way. I just don't want him to be Roddy Piper and they just fucking never put a title on him. I think MJF deserves a title, and I think if you're going to do it, the storyline is already written if Kenny Omega is not coming back. So
I mean, it'll be a hell of a heel championship reign if he gets it. Yeah, I mean, everybody be chasing him, and that would be just. Well, you could go on for 2 years or so with that.
You can go, and you can go with him and Punk, and they can change it back and forth like Flair and Dusty. Like, it'll just become a thing. They could literally just those two become a thing where they're like, we're the top two in this company, and this is what the top two does. We go back and forth trading this title, and then Kenny comes back when he's ready. But I'm telling you, CM Punk is now in for the long haul. Like,
Right.
this is
I
it.
think-
You're back to a schedule, like a real road schedule. You can't be Brock Lesnar with that belt.
Well, he should be a little bit like, and that'll keep him off TV from doing rando. And so that's one good thing that comes out of him having the belt is that you won't get the overexposure. In theory, right? Like, there's no way in hell he's just going to be on. Like, they can come out for segments, but he doesn't have to have matches because he's now.
No, he doesn't have to have matches. What I'm saying is he can't just
He's got a lot of
disappear.
matches.
I'm saying he can't just completely disappear. We're talking, you're thinking of the new Brock. I'm talking about the old Brock, where Brock
Right.
would win it on WrestleMania and you did not see him till Survivor Series.
Yeah, for a while.
It was like a long fucking time. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, does that belt even, like, is that title even valid? Doesn't he have to defend it at some point? Yeah, that
Right.
Brock. Yeah. I'm saying Punk can't turn into that guy.
In defense of that, I mean, you only see a heavyweight like Tyson Fury once a year, and stuff like that. So,
I mean, you see Roman Reigns like 2 or 3 times a night.
yeah, it's great. So, yeah, Roman, anyway, no, this match was fine to give it a bow on its quality.
So who won?
Well,
Yeah. Who won, Julian?
CM Punk won. Now he had, like I said, there was a moment. I want to go over the ending. Okay. So the ending of the match saw the GTS, or the go to sleep, knock out the referee, right?
Mhm.
So there was an attempt at, I think it might have been Punk doing it to Hangman, and then Hangman's feet knocked over or whatever, and then he got out of the GTS. Referee's incapacitated, and the AEW title sitting in the corner, which Hangman kind of brought over to the corner after a little outside bit where he kind of got booed. He was like putting the title in Punk's face and yada yada. So it wound up in the corner of the ring. So they blocked that. So that actually made some sense as to how it got where it was going. And then he stares at it in the corner. It was a very WWE. They had a couple like real WWE camera style presentation moments in this pay-per-view, which is a good thing because that's a good thing to copy for sure. It's like storytelling through some camera shots, easy images, right?
Mhm.
So we see Hangman looking at the belt, and the whole audience is like, "Oh shit, this asshole is gonna turn," because he's still a babyface, okay? And he resists the urge to use the title. But man, I think if he would have used the title and won the match right here, that would have worked.
Yeah, it sounds like that it might have been a better way to go about it.
Dude, like there was a good moment there, and it just sort of sucks for Hangman because it's like, wow, hey, look at you. You're like doing a great job. Like right at the end. And he lost this match perfectly. I mean, he, eventually he resists the urge of going to the dark side. Old school, haven't seen that in so long. He stays a babyface, and then he was playing fair. Now he lost. So now he gets GTS straight up, and 1, 2, 3.
I say he was going for the lariat, right?
Yeah. So he went for
Yeah.
buckshot. He decided, I'm not going to hit you with a thing. I'm going to go for the buckshot. Sets up for the buckshot, and then gets countered, and then GTS, and then game. So classic WWE Pat Patterson style ending stuff. And Punk is really good at that, like trading stuff, countering things, GTS sequences, all that stuff. We love it, right? It's our thing. We like that, right?
Mhm.
So that's what he had here, and he got to do it with Hangman Page, who has a cool finisher. So the problem is that he's fucking up his mirror of his finisher because he's blown up, and I don't know, man. It's a hard move to do, bro, and he's not much of an athlete, so sucks. But yeah. So Hangman stayed a babyface. It was about the best way you could do a babyface versus babyface finish, and keep everybody aligned as babyface, and I don't know. Hangman didn't lose much by losing this match the way that he did, and he can come back and he can turn heel after this if he wants. with this story about like he can do one of those Edge promos about how
Is this
he
how we're
wants
going to end this episode?
about how he wants to take a shovel to everyone's throat now because he forgot to cheat one time or whatever the fuck. So he could do that if he wants. And then Punk is crying, and I'm like, why are you crying? So there's a lot of emotions at the end. And CM Punk is now your world champion in AEW.
Wow.
And we'll see where it goes from here. I don't know how to wrap that up. There was a weird silence.
So yeah, I think overall the show was pretty good. My brain was real frazzled by the whole Jericho Appreciation Blackpool Liver Club Society thing. I thought the ending of that was good. I thought that was seriously had some like weird reminiscent of Pat Patterson ending stuff tonight. And you have a lot of people that work there that know how to copy that guy. And maybe there's hope because I think they had a lot of good finishes all night.
Awesome.
Like on a scale, what would you give this show 1 through 5?
Oh,
I'm going to go all the way 4 at least.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Put a 4 overall. 4 out of 5. Yeah.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Okay, for Julian's sake, it is the show was a B minus.
3.5, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
That math
Hey.
isn't even right, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
going with.
yeah, it was a B minus as a show.
Yeah.
I like I
will
said,
add, I will
I
add that
I would have changed. Go ahead.
the heat in the main event was weird. That's the way to describe it. And I don't know if that's just because they saw everything by then. There weren't that many gimmick matches when you actually look at it. So
No, it was just Adam Page. Like I keep telling you,
yeah.
that's part of the problem, and that sucks
Yeah,
to
he
say.
was weird.
But yeah, it's him. It's not
It was
not
weird.
us. It's him. Well,
No?
I'm just going to tell you this. They're getting better here at AEW, slowly but surely, incrementally. They are changing some things. They are moving in a direction that is very positive for the future of the company as well as the future of the wrestling business. And the industry will be better for it, especially with everything that is all awry over there in the WWE. So next week, we're going to do something completely different and actually talk about possibly like old school matches, old school pay-per-views that we like, remember and fell in love with.
What made you fall in love with this sport?
Yeah, the thing that made you just go, this I get, I like, I want more of,
Yeah.
So
You want to just do like, for at least like to test it out next week? Like we each pick one?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll pick one.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
All
do
right,
want to, I'm going to make my list. I'm going to do some homework. Dude, I think we got 5 hours of Glacier material.
okay.
You know
having
what?
said that, Grant, tell him what to do.
Oh man, come back.
Because obviously Julian is completely drunk by now. So
No, we can make. Why don't we
Drunken
just make
power.
a full length? We'll make a full length documentary so we can get something up on YouTube about Julian just talking about Glacier.
is that going to be our being the elite? Like that's going to be our series? Julian talking
What?
about Glacier.
Oh no, it'll be Julian talking about anything that he wants to talk about, like all these old gimmicks that people forget about or rag on. It'll be Julian talking about it.
Well, I mean, other podcasts deep dive on some of these. Like example, Bastion Booger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all I got to say. Like, you can just,
We'll workshop it.
Yeah, we'll definitely workshop that. But as always, we thank you for actually tuning in and listening to us. We are the
Yes.
Fabulous Threebirds, and we'll see you next week.